nice. It's good to see all the water, and it's peaceful. Kind of loud right here right now, but it still beats the city.
Every year, the Colorado Foundation for Water Education takes about 100 people on a multi-day journey through a watershed in Colorado.
It's kind of astounding to think that right now we are on the largest natural lake in Colorado.
When you touch water in the West, you touch everything. Whether you're talking about land use or whether you're talking about allocation of other scarce resources, almost inevitably you're going to be talking about water or have some kind of water implication. So whether you're a decision maker or just an involved citizen, you've got to understand the implications to water.
The mission of the Foundation for Water Education is to provide accurate and balanced water resources, education, and information to the citizens of Colorado. And we do that with one purpose, and that purpose is so that people make better decisions about water in Colorado.
Every decision has consequences, and we're just going to constantly be faced with having to do more with less, and having to be, more careful and more collaborative and more thoughtful about how we deal with water.
We want all Coloradans to speak fluent water. What that means to the organization and to me is that everybody knows enough to make the choices that they need to make regarding water in their lives. So you know where your water comes from, you know where your water goes.
Personally, I get a lot out of it as a member of the Colorado Water Conservation Board because we have to make state water policy decisions, and knowing as much as possible about every part of the state is important to us.
It's the impartial, unbiased, nonpartisan, non-advocacy organization where you can go and say, well, what's a water right? Or tell me about this first in time, first in right. It doesn't seem fair to me. That's a question you ought to be asking, but you're going to get very different answers depending upon who you ask. Foundation can give you both sides.
People should become involved in the Colorado Foundation for Water Education because learning about water is fun.
The deepest part of the lake is roughly 270 feet.
It's really fun to get out and see the rivers and understand how we manage water and how we move water from A to B. You can see where your water comes from for your community and to really understand and get to know the resource a little bit better. So we provide a platform for people to engage in water issues. So whether you don't know anything or whether you're very well versed in water, we have programs that are available to help you better understand it and make more informed decisions.
They really are very well networked in the water community. So they have good access to kind of the best and brightest minds on water in the state, and they have good communication channels to get that information out to decision makers, and then those of us who are working at the local level who can reach the general public. And they just have a really good track record of producing quality information for the rest of us to use.
Water is the same everywhere. It's the lifeblood. And we are in a very arid climate here, so it's a critical, scarce, finite resource.
We're going to continue to introduce decision makers to their constituents who are interested in water issues. We're going to continue to make sure that everybody has a better understanding of water. And at the end of the day, every single person that lives in Colorado understands that water is scarce, water is valuable, and that we should all speak fluent water.